Okay, in this video we're going to take a look at Tay, who's starting to rotate on the shot put, converting from the glide, and then he's also got a couple of videos of the Discus. Let's take a look here. And I want to compare him with Ryan Krauser to show him a few things here. Okay, so what we're going to see is this left knee is over-rotating to the left. Okay, right here it's facing down the throwing sector line, and knee, foot, and then it's going to rotate way over here. So now it's facing 3 o'clock. So you're not going to be able to drive. You're going to be spinning in the air here pretty much in a circle. You probably aren't getting more than halfway across the center. Okay, and you're going to end up landing on the left side of the circle. So I would try to lock that in. Lock that knee down. Keep it firm. Here, let me show you with Ryan Krauser here. Okay, drops the knee, left knee down, and he holds that. It's like a post, and everything rotates around it. Right down the throwing sector line. See, his foot and his knee won't rotate. It's going to come off as one unit. See that? Okay, so try that, and have a looks like a wider sweep here with your right leg. Okay, then we come down. Keep turning that right foot. Okay, I can't tell, but it looks like your heel toe position may not be right here. You want that left toe in alignment with your right heel. Okay, so they're not in a straight line. Okay, so keep rotating that left knee. You're trying to drive that right hip forward and past the left hip, and you don't want to have your upper body hinge forward like this at the waist. Let me show you Ryan Krauser again here. This point here, you want to keep that hip on top of the foot so it can rotate easily. Watch his knee drive forward, and then you can see at the release here, he's leaning back. Okay. There's no arch, but he's leaning back, so his chest and his arm are both facing the angle of the direction he wants to throw. And then you can see how his right hip is ahead. Okay, he's not leaning forward here at the hips. Okay, so the last thing here is you're pushing with your elbow through the shot. Okay, and then right here you see your hand get vertical when that elbow drops down. So keep everything horizontal here, horizontal forearm. Keep the elbow up, even with the hand, and then just keep pushing forward so the hand doesn't get above the elbow. Okay. You can see the hand is higher than the elbow, but it's not. The elbow's not dropped down. The elbow's in the same plane as his arm. Okay. You can see how you got the hand way up here and the elbow down, like shooting a basket. Okay. Let's take a look at your next video. Very similar. I can see a little bit more of your foot placement here because the flags aren't interfering as much. Okay, here again. You come around, you start leading with that a short knee there. You want to get that foot underneath. You want to get a higher right thigh. You want to get into a full sprint position here. So the thigh's up, and that foot is going to drop down below that knee. So you look like you're sprinting to the center. Okay. All right. Looks good. All right. Let's put Ryan Krauser in that same position. Okay. Left arm's up. He's got the left toes down. It's good. Good angle. Left heel's down, and then keep turning that right foot. Let's watch Ryan Krauser here. Watch this right foot here. See, keeps it on the ground. Gets to a vertical heel. Okay, this right hip, boom, right there past the left hip. Okay, explodes into the shot that way. All right, so let's take a look at some of your discus throw. You got 2 of these. You have an official block on our view a little bit here. Okay, so let's take a look. Want the discus low here. Okay, we talked about having your hand inverted like this where you're leading with the palm. maybe flip that around so the discus is in front. Okay, here again you can see you're extending the right leg here, and then you want to kick it out to the front, and then have the thighs not, it's going to be not horizontal, but it's going to be high, and then you want that foot to drop down right below it, so you got a vertical shin. Okay, then again here you don't want to over rotate. You can see here you're extending that leg and you're going upward. That's going to keep you from driving forward and getting past the center of the circle. And then quickly keep that foot, behind the left thigh here, the hamstrings, so they move together. Okay, so the discus is low here, and then you want to bring it high, up to the high point, increase your orbit. You can see it's almost horizontal. Okay, so now you've got your hip on top of the foot. You want to keep it there, but you can see as you extend this left leg to land it, you get into a pretty wide stance, almost like a non-reverser, and you start to drift the right hip off that foot. You want it on top so you can rotate. So here you want to be thinking about turning the foot, get the heel up, like you do have here. Your heel's up, you're on the toes, so you want to turn that foot, turn the thigh, and try to get that right hip driving to the front. Okay. Right here, you've got the heel up, so your foot's almost vertical. You want to keep it that way as it drives forward, because you want to keep that right leg bent. You don't want to be jumping up into the throw. You can see it's because of the distance between your feet, it's a little bit hard to get that knee to the front. And to get the right hip around. Okay, let's take a look at your next video to get a little bit better view. Okay, right here you want to keep your knees farther apart. You want to sweep wide with that right leg. Okay, right here, the chest is facing the throwing direction. You see that inverted hand right here. It's I don't know how people hang on to that. I mean, you've got to pretty much grip it with your fingers, I think, to keep that against your wrist. Okay, so you got the low knee here on the left. This right thigh should be a little bit higher. Then you want to be in the sprint position at this point. Let's take a look with Ryan Krauser. I know it's a shot put, but it's very similar. Okay, see how he goes from a straight leg to a bent leg? Okay. See right here, he's driving his chest forward. Everything's moving forward. And the foot's ahead of him. And then he bends it and comes around. Okay. Right here, you want the discus up higher. You see how the left foot is a little bit delayed. You want that to come off bent. Let me show you again over here with Ryan Krauser. As he comes off, he's not trying to fully extend that leg. It's going to be bent as it comes, so we can. It'll come faster to the front, being that it's bent, not a long lever. It's short. Okay. And then don't over rotate here. You want to keep that knee facing the throwing direction. All right. Here we want to keep that hip on top, the right hip on top of the foot. You see how you're driving that left. You can see how you're starting to drive the hips forward, slide them forward. And then you're coming off, the hips coming off the foot. So this whole time you want to keep turning that right foot, keep turning that right knee. Yeah, you don't want to straighten this right leg. You want to maintain that bent. Here, take a look at Ryan Krauser. He's rotating. See how he's got the hip right on top of the foot. Keep rotating. Now the left leg's going to extend, but the right leg stays bent. See the vertical heel on the right? He's driving that right hip forward. That's pulling the discus forward. In your case, and same with the shot for him. Okay. Right here you want to have that, because the discus is just almost ready to release, you want that right hip ahead at this point. Okay. Let me know if you make any changes, and send me some more videos and we'll take a look. All right. Thanks, Tate.